Now, I've been going over my old channels, and I'm missing a particular video where I confessed different things as well. Now, in the confession, I was talking about me sleeping on the couch and my stepdaughter coming in there to me, and it was a dream, right? Now, in the dream, she was standing over in front of the TV somewhere in that area, right? I went over to her, undressed her, laid her on the ground, licked her one time, undressed myself about 3 feet away, and then redressed, then dressed her, asked her who showed her that, and she said, Grandma. That's all I said. Basically. Then, on another video, I said something different, and then when I was arguing on my first channel, Shame One Lucky, I said I was sleeping on the couch and she came into the living room and woke me up with her crotch or belly button being in my face, somewhere in that area, right? Now, none of these stories mean anything in and of themselves, other than that someone is confusing me that something happened between me and my stepdaughter when it didn't. Now, it ain't from me, you should take that literally. It's from my ex-wife. She was living with me and my stepdaughter when she got her from Arkansas, right? Well, on the way to Arkansas, we got into a fight anyway. I was sleeping on the couch, right? I'm being hypothetical because since I was sleeping on the couch, that means the daughter was sleeping with her mother, right? You're talking a conspiracy here if something happens when I'm sleeping on the couch, right? Almost like Big Brother or Orwell's 1984. So it was 94. That's what I mean, right? Now, I'm just sleeping on the couch, right? Because I'm confused as to why my wife left me stranded in Tennessee, right? And there's two things a husband does when he's sleeping on the couch. He's A, uncertain of how his wife feels about him, and B, he's waiting for her to invite him back into the house. He's also seeing if he needs another place to stay, and that's why I also spoke to the chief on Monday morning when I got back from my trip with her to Arkansas, where she left me stranded in Tennessee, and I had to call my mom and get a ride back on the bus. So that's all I know, right? Now, you're trying to say, while I was sleeping on the couch, my stepdaughter came in there to me, somehow woke me up in the middle of the night, and I performed some kind of sex act with her, maybe. Now, only thing is, I don't remember that, and my wife said it never happened, right? Now, I've been feeding you a line, right? That's what it's called when you make up a story for someone and embellish the truth yourself. Nothing I said in any of my stories prove anything concretely, other than I know general facts about me and my stepdaughter and can make a story up that sounds plausible to you, but my wife said never happened, right? Or my then wife, sorry, ex-wife. Sorry about that, Daphne, you know I get confused sometimes. But again, they're trying to use my mental illness, which is paranoid schizophrenia, like they even understand that when they don't. A paranoid schizophrenic is worried you're out to hurt him or screw him over or other people over around him. Now, I'm going to be on guard, but trying to sleep naturally too from Monday to when I moved back to base, which could have been by Saturday morning, somewhere in there, right? I don't know. Say that I was with Daphne, say a week before the chief could get me a room or something, right? I don't know. Per se, how long it would take him, but you can't just move from living off base back on base without going to the chief and asking for a room on base, right? Now, the proof that I was on base is my room on base when I fell the 3 stories in September 15th, after me and Daphne went to pick up Amanda, after she left me stranded in Tennessee on the way there, and after I called my mom to get the money wired to me to go make it home. I know. Now, that's real memory. Anything else after I went to sleep is A, dreamlike, and B, I don't even know if it happened or not, right? Anyway. Now, my normal sleep pattern when I was married to Daphne is we would get home about anywhere from around 5 o'clock normally. She would fix me a little bit of dinner, and if anything needed to be done around the house, we would do it. And again, I would watch TV sometimes to around 11 o'clock, and then I went to bed, right? Now, that's before the child even moved in with us. Now, I was 140-something pounds when between 140 to 145 pounds when I met Daphne in 1994. We met on February 15th, 1994. At the neurology department on base on the first floor as I was delivering a med board, right? And like I said, from there the relationship kindled, right? And then we got married around March 15th, right? Then we got an apartment by March, April. And then by August we were going to pick up Amanda. Well, I did notice some odd behaviors before we did that. One, we did get into a mild argument where she was blocking my way out the door, and I had to pick her up physically to leave the room, right? And put her in the bed, which we had gotten for her daughter, so I could leave, right? Well, I don't know what she was trying to do there, but I saw the movie with Julia Roberts called Sleeping with the Enemy, right? I felt like, again, she was trying to either get me to hit her or wanted to hit me, right? And it was trying to bait me into hitting her or something, maybe. I'm not sure, but I don't know, I have seen movies like that, right? Now, if she was blocking my way to the door, right, and is a big woman to block my way to the door, there's only one way I can leave the argument so I can cool down and she can cool down too. That's to pick her up and put her in the bed next to me, which is also a soft bed. Now, if I did so, I was not trying to harm her or Jonathan in her womb, who wasn't even yet given a name, but I was just trying to leave the situation so we could both cool off, right? Now, the same thing happened on the way to visit her mother and dad in Arkansas, right? On the way there, she started arguing about something after we passed through the mountains, but was unclear about what the problem actually was. I didn't know if she wanted gas or exactly what she wanted, right? Though she did say it had something to do with my driving through the mountains, but again, we made it through the mountains, so whatever. But after that, I pulled into a gas station because we were getting a little low on gas, period, whatever the argument was about. So by that time, I pull into the gas station and I go into the gas store, right? The store, right? Of the gas station. And I let her, because I didn't really have no money on me, I was trusting her to make it all the way there to Arkansas and back in the BMW. Right? I guess. Which was a light yellowish BMW. Right? Maybe 10. Well, she had gotten it at an auction because she got like $4,000 from the Navy for some reason. And she bought 2 cars. I think a Dodge Chrysler. I'm not sure what particular brand it was, but a Dodge and a BMW, right? And again, after that, I went into the store to let her cool off again, right? Which is the whole point. I don't know what she's mad with me about, right? So I go into the store again, and I'm trying to let her cool off, but instead of doing something cooling off there, she takes off in the car, right? So I don't know what's going on there either. I'm thinking, what, did she leave me here? Right. That would be a natural thing to think. Now, the only thing I thought to do is maybe I should go walking down the interstate to see if I see her, if she were to pass back by for a little while, and if I find her on the way back, maybe she'll see me on the side of the road or something, as I'm walking down the road, right? And will come back and pick me up or something, right? So again, that's what I do at first. Well, I think I see her, so I head back to the gas station. When I head back to the gas station, again, she's gone, but not in the direction back towards where we came. She went on to Arkansas. So then I had to hitch a ride to the next town, because that was just a gas station. I needed to find a motel, right? So I hitch a ride to the next town over and get a ride to a local grocery store. And that's when I call my mom from the grocery store, and I get her to wire me, tell her I need money, because Daphne left me in Tennessee. Right. So anyway, as I'm going through that process, I call my mom. I say I need like $120 or something wired to me, and 120 somewhere in there, and that I need to catch the bus back to Virginia because Daphne left me stranded in Tennessee. So anyway, they said they won't have the money till the next morning. So I go further in town, just sort of looking around, trying to find, ask them if there a hotel or something I can stay at and get a ride to town. All right. Well, I go up to the guy in the hotel and I ask him, look, I don't have no money. My wife left me stranded in Tennessee, stranded here. I need a motel room for the night. Is there a church or something that could put me up for the night? And if he could call around and see if someone would put me up for the night. And he did, and they did. So again, I sleep in the motel room. I go walking down through the town a little bit before I go to bed. And then I go to bed, and I get up the next morning and get a ride back to the grocery store. And I get the money wired to me from my mom. And then I go back to go up to Nashville, and the guy charges me like $60 to get to Nashville. I'm sure the price of the motel room was included in that charge. Now, from there, I get a one-way ticket back to Norfolk, Virginia, and get on the bus and go back to Virginia all day Saturday. Right. I get home. I sleep in the bed one more night, and then I wait for Daphne to get home on Sunday. Right. I also had to borrow someone's tip money who was working at the local bar on. There's like a little mall near Norfolk, downtown Norfolk, that people go to sometimes. Well, I went in there and I had to borrow some money to get a cab home, right? And I told him what happened to me, and he gave me, again, money to get a cab home. So I made it home. I spent the night in mine and Daphne's room, saying I might just sleep on the couch when she gets back to see what would happen there. And also, I need to get a room on base in case she don't invite me back into the room. Now, there's two things that should happen when you get into a fight with your wife. A, you normally sleep on the couch until what? She invites you back into the room, right? If she don't invite you back into the room, what do? Right? You go back to base. You got to make other arrangements because within 4 to 5 days, 6 days at the max, you should be invited back into your bedroom. If you're not, you're going to need another place to stay. Simple as that. Now, I don't know if you've been into a normal relationship or not. I don't know your life. You don't know mine, right? But that's what I believe I was going through at the time, and to the best of my memory, really acknowledge, right? Now, I'm not trusting my wife now, and I'm sleeping on the couch, right? From Sunday when she gets back to Saturday, which is when I think I move back to base, somewhere there, I'm sleeping on the couch, right? So anyway, I talked to the chief on Monday about getting a room in case, telling him I'm sleeping on the couch and me and my wife got into a fight on our way to pick up her daughter in Arkansas, right? On Monday, right? So, also, when Daphne gets back, her boyfriend who got her pregnant before she met me, I guess you would call him, Salvador Blissicetti, wanted to see his daughter because she was living with her grandma for 2 to 3 years. Now, anything I'm saying is based upon what both me, Daphne, and Sal knew about the whole situation. So, Salvador Blissicetti knew what was going on with Daphne and Amanda too, right? Now, I'm sleeping on the couch, going to bed at the regular time until I can get a room back on base, or Daphne invites me back into the bedroom, which, what do you think didn't happen? She didn't invite you back into the bedroom. There you go. So I was preparing to move back to base anyway. Now, since Daphne didn't invite me back to base, I might would have had 2 days to be alone in any process with Amanda, right? That's what if she trusted me to be alone with her child anyway. And here I am going to bed normally around 11 o'clock, right? So like I said, now on the weekends, even then, unless there's a movie on or something, I normally go to bed around 11 o'clock. That's the point. Now, that's just normal husband and wife living together in a 2-bedroom apartment, wanting to bring her daughter down, and being told by her mother she has to get married to a man first, I guess. I don't know. Though, again, I mentioned this on a blog that I was sleeping on the couch and jokingly said I could have, molested her but didn't. That's a joke. Like, Law and Order Special Victims Unit was on for about 4 years when I said that. Since 1999, and Law and Order, where they chose the police, the court, and the different things like that, was on since 94 too. Right. So, I watch TV a lot. Sorry. Maybe I'm fictionalizing things, but maybe you are too. Right. Now, I can't prove anything to you if someone is using my paranoid schizophrenia against me anyway. All I can tell you is the best of my memory, right? Which, again, if I'm sleeping on the couch, I know I'm in the danger zone to begin with. So let's say, hypothetically, the daughter somehow made it into the living room with me. Well, I don't know. That's not abnormal to begin with. And that it's not my responsibility to ask her, who showed you to come in there to your stepdad in the middle of the night while he's sleeping on the couch and you're in there with your mom? Of course it is. Who showed you that? So I say, she says, possibly grandma, right? Right. Because again, she would be, or Daphne would be the only two who could know that. Sure, something like that, right? But that don't mean it wasn't related to her aunt and uncle or grandma or granddad sleeping on the couch even. I don't know. So anyway, if this even really happened, right? So I'm laying on the couch here, and you're saying she came in there to me with her mom asleep also or something. I don't know. If she was asleep, okay, why would she just come in there to me suddenly in the middle of the night unless you're just curious, who's this guy sleeping on the couch or something like that? That don't mean I had any intentions towards the child, right? Of a sexual nature, no matter what I did, right? I'm just trying to figure out what she's doing in there with me in the first place, for either of these stories to be true or false. Now, I don't remember it, nor does Daphne, it seems. And if she is involved with it and was awake, that would be child endangerment, right? Hypothetically. And if the child said grandma, why would I think she was involved with it either? I don't know. And I would also think maybe Salvador coached her. I don't know. Or granddad. I don't know. Just a possibility. Or Brandon or Crystal. I don't know. I'm not blaming anyone, but someone wants to blame me. And Sal also had a girlfriend living with him, so, really. And Sal, too, has a grandma, or a mother. So, whoever it was, maybe it was Sal's grandma. Mother. I don't know. See, even my mom is her step-grandma, and I'm her stepdad, right? Now, if I'm doing certain things like I described in the dream, I'm describing normal things a stepfather and stepdaughter do late at night, right? One of them is get a bath. Especially if it's after a certain hour. And I don't remember if she took a bath with Daphne or not either. I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about, right? That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I'm sleeping on the couch, minding my own business, when you're insinuating the child came in there to me, right? So whatever I do afterwards, I'm trying to figure out what the child's even doing there with me to begin with. And interacting with her to the best of my knowledge, but my knowledge is sleep mode, right? For at least a minute or two, right? Until I wake up fully too. So. Now, all that would seem dreamlike, hypothetical, any of the 3 stories I've told on YouTube so far, too. That's the point. I told 3 different stories because I don't know exactly what you want me to say either. And these are hypothetical situations based on what I know about men, women, and children and adults, right? That I learned growing up myself in Georgia. That's all I'm saying. Right. You're not an eyewitness to it because only Daphne can call the police. So you mean to tell me she waited 3 weeks and never called the police? And then attacked me because I couldn't find I lost my key and couldn't get into the room or something? No. In fact, I would be so scared to call Daphne unless she was my only chance to sleep with her in the apartment again on the couch or in the bedroom. I don't know if Brandon was down there or not, right? But again, I cut off all ties with her too, communication-wise, right? I didn't call her at all. I let her fucking go. And I had no intentions of calling her. I was done. I was over her ass. So, who do you think I would have called? Pastor Thomas or someone on base, right? If something like that were to happen to me. Now, I never called Daphne when I was in the hospital either. My mom probably did. Right. Well, I was done with her ass. That's something you don't seem to understand, right? With me, when it's over, it's fucking over too, right? Now, the only reason I was after Sheena is I was confused about the way she broke up with me, right? And the only thing I could do is write her letters anyway because we were on 2 different ships, idiot. I know. So I just tried to keep writing her. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what the problem was. And then I became paranoid she raped me, and then I read about the rape of Eve and Eden by the Gnostic Gospels and writers of the Gnostic Gospels, and all that was just confusing me more, right? Including Sheena's own behavior towards me, because it's like she got mad with me for writing her Bible studies and nice letters, I thought. I didn't know what I said wrong. Now, not until the month after I met her did I hear the voices either. And I was acting a little strange in Italy, or Sicily actually, when I went on a tour with King and some of the guys, and I went off trying to see if Sheena and I could meet or something, right? Now, again, I tried to send a letter with a guy from her ship, because she hadn't yet broke up with me yet either. But that's also the same time I heard the voice say Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Jerusalem when we got to Sicily too. So a lot of things were going on with me. I also fasted for like 2 or 3 days. I think it was like 2 days and 23 minutes, something like that. Or 2 days and 23 hours, somewhere in there. Or 2.5 days, somewhere in there. Right. Not sure exactly, but it was over almost 3 days. So anyway, and then I get the breakup letter, right? Well, I'm really confused by then. That's all I know, right? And she uses a fake name, Tina. Who's Tina? Maybe even a fake address. Now, she did tell me when we met she was from St. Louis somewhere. I'm not. I forget what. I think that's Missouri or something. St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah. That's all I really remember. Right. And that's the whole point. Right. Now, the thing is, sweating during the day, right, or showering look the same. Right. When you take a bath, your hair is wet until it dries. Right. The next day. Only way you can know I'm not taking a bath or am is if you're monitoring me and either don't hear the water in the bathroom running or don't want to acknowledge I would look the same whether I'm exercising, which I have been today, or not. Now, when you're exercising, you sweat. And I try to exercise at least twice a day now because I'm gaining a little weight. I was up to 318, and now I'm down to around 312. Right. Or 313, somewhere in there. Right. I lost about 4 or 5 pounds since I started walking again. Maybe 6. Now the point is, I'm not doing anyone wrong, right? You are. And that's the point, right? And I'm just telling you my history, right? What I remember from the past, and that's what I mean, right? Now, my memory, like everyone's memory, after 23 years isn't perfect, right? I admit that, right? But even a video or something, if they were trying to maybe conspiratorize me or something, with me about to go to sleep and Daphne purposely sent the daughter in there, that would be a conspiracy anyway. And that would be entrapment, because it's not like I normally live with a 4-year-old. And again, it's not like I didn't raise Renee and never made a move on her either. That's my sister, by the way, who I raised until I got into the military with my mom. Now, she did divorce my stepdad around the time of my accident too, a little bit, about 2 years after that, right? And we moved to Garden City, and we lived there for about 2 years, and I was trying to find work and going to school at Groves and things like that, right? That's all I know, right? Anything else, I'm guessing by your constant attacks, right? Because you're not a witness, only Daphne and the child are, right? The child, though, cannot legally witness because she's only 4. The mother can, but no one can coach the girl into witnessing either. Not Salvador or his girlfriend, even if she's now his current wife. That's the whole point, right? I don't know exactly what's going on, but it's not my fault, right? So again, now, this is my receipt.
This is to show you the date. Is 10/07/2017. 7/3/730. I bought some potatoes. Alright. Some mashed potatoes. Instant. With my debit card.
Now, the point of that is what? I went to the store Saturday. Thomas also went for a walk Saturday, or the person who lives at 92 Noble Jones himself. He went for a walk too. Right. Now, I had to sit for about 20 minutes because I was a little tired. And I'm trying to build up my strength again because I've been taking it easy this month. Right. Because, like when I was working for Catherine Stevens at Labor Finders, it depends on the type of job, but one time I was working with a guy in the Cooper Tire Shop on Minus Avenue, right, or Main Street, right. It's in the little shopping center behind right by Main Street, and there's a little I forgot what they call it, but there's a little road leading to 80, and then there's a traffic circle. Yeah, that's sort of a traffic circle there. Right. Well, anyway, as I was doing that, I worked good for a week. The guy hired me, but then the second week, because of my back pains and ankle pains, I slowed down. Right. Now, I got a meal from Burger King, and I told the guy, I don't think I can handle the workload, right? And he let me get, right? It was kind of mutual, right? Because he could tell I was slowing down, right? Well, that's because of the pain in my sacrum and lumbar region, which is associated with sexual prowess. Right, Satan's little helpers? That's the whole point. Right. So anyway, I just need to talk to you about those few things. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.